Says to the system is that you're really not trying to change. What the signal that an individual involved in a gang inside the prison system is saying is that I really don't want to get out because I'm showing you by my actions and by my behaviors while I'm incarcerated that, man, I'm not interested in changing. This is who I am. This is what I do. And basically what you're saying to the system is your best bet is to keep me locked up. You know, it's a sad thing, but it's a thought process that exists. Then at the same time, there are people that come in with that thought process that continue their affiliation with their gang after they are incarcerated, and then somewhere down the line, some brother in there that has been educated and rehabilitated himself may approach that individual and point out to them what they're doing, the destructive behavior that they're exhibiting, and then that person, the light may come on, and then that person will detach themselves from that, you know, and begin to work on themselves. So, and I say that because everybody that's in the prison that may have been a gang affiliated, may have gone into prison and continue that affiliation, but at some point they broke that affiliation and they're working on themselves, and those are individuals like that and have truly been rehabilitated and really deserve an opportunity to come back and return into free world society and function as a citizen.
You know, when you talk about going out and ex-offenders, which is to say that these are individuals who have, for whatever reason, served their time.
Right.
Now, let's talk about the parole system. I mean, an individual who might go in there and if he's going to be an ex-offender, he might not serve all of his term. And how often do they serve all of the term and accept, you know, some of that kind of thing?
I think in most cases, people serve out their sentences. You know, there are different safety valve release dates and different things like that that you have when you're sentenced that you're able to go before the parole board. Sometimes they'll parole you on that first experience before the parole board. We just experienced last year a gentleman that had been out there 22 years on a murder charge, and he brought it before the parole board first time up, you know, and he was paroled. And then I've seen others, you know, that they put off for 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, stuff like that, you know. But, you know, but the thing is, once you go through the parole system inside the institution, and basically what you're doing in a lot of situations, just really going and rehashing your crime, your case all over again, and you're just going through it, and then they make a decision right then and there whether or not you are worthy, so to say, for release back into free world society. So once they deem you worthy to be released back into free world society, at that particular point, once you're released, you go from becoming an offender to becoming an ex-offender. But at the same time, Dr. Haney, they send you in the prison system for the purpose of punishment and rehabilitation. You've been punished while you're in the situation because of the incarceration, all the freedoms you lose, everything that you use, that's punishment. Then you start rehabilitating yourself, but then at the same time, when you release and you become this ex-offender, it's almost like the punishment kicks back in following your acts of rehabilitation while you're in there. And that right there in and of itself is what I deem to be unfair to the individual.
And as a matter of fact, as we end this second segment, Reverend Walker, when we come back, we want to talk about that, because it seems that an individual who has served his or her time, and they come up before the parole board, and yet and still there seem to be other kinds of methods that are used to prolong their service. I mean, their imprisonment.
It's once a crook, always a crook, no matter what.
And I would imagine that has a tremendous impact upon what we call ex-offenders. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. We're talking to Pastor